Well, we've heard about the established stars. What about the next men up? That's right, the possible breakthrough stars of Euro 2024. Who's going to be the Patrick Schick or the Franck Ribéry, the guy who comes from nowhere this time? First up, this guy, 21-year-old striker Benjamin Šeško of Slovenia. Now, you probably know the name already because he was linked heavily with Manchester United when he was still at RB Salzburg. In the end, he took the quite well-trodden path, staying in the RB family and going to Leipzig. And he's had a strongish first season in the Bundesliga, going on at almost a goal a start, which is pretty good considering he was struggling to get in the 11 at the start of the season. Very different sort of profile of striker to what they're used to at Leipzig, nearly 6.5 foot tall, but he's got that silky touch to go with it as well. So he scores all sorts of different types of goals as well as doing the common target man stuff. And when he played Real Madrid in the last 16 of the Champions League, he had a legitimate looking goal ruled out at the beginning, and it could have been an incredibly different story in this season's Champions League had that been allowed. I expect him to have a good group stage, and I also expect there to be a lot of Premier League interest in him all over again when it gets to the end of that. Also likely to be facing England in the groups, this guy, 22-year-old midfielder Lazar Samardžić, who plies his trade for Udinese in Serie A. Now look, Serbia have always got a lot of great options in midfield, but Samardžić is a little bit different. Someone who's really built his reputation in Italy over the last couple of years. Someone who can go box to box, who gets involved in the defensive side of the game, but we really want to see doing his stuff in the final third. Now, he's had a couple of big moves fall through already. He was close to joining Napoli last summer. Inter have been very, very close on him before. So I do wonder if his market is a little bit higher in Italy than it is everywhere else. Well, maybe this is the moment where the rest of Europe realise what they're missing. And maybe a few Premier League clubs could, at the very least, just push that price tag up when Udinese have to sell later in the summer. Now, the youngest of our trio is this man here, Artur Vermeeren, who plays for Atletico Madrid now. That's right, he's already had the big move at only 18 years old, having impressed so much when Royal Antwerp won the title for the first time in years and years with Toby Alderweireld as his senior teammate. He also made a massive impact in the first half of the Champions League in that group with Barcelona, in fact scoring against Barcelona in the last group game. He's someone who, despite only being 18 years old, always knows the right moment to release the pass. Now, bearing in mind that Belgium need to get younger, of course, we've talked again and again about them being an ageing side, Vermeeren might be part of this sort of transitional Belgium in this tournament. So we don't expect them to win it, but we do expect them to point towards where they're going for the future. Now, he won't be starting these games, but he'll probably get some minutes at some point, and someone to come on with fresh legs, who wasn't overplayed by Atletico at the back end of this season because he's still getting used to their system. He's going to have plenty of energy to have a go to impact games in the last 20 to 30 minutes, and he could be a surprise star of this tournament. Next up, pray for me, I'll be putting my neck on the line as I make my Euro 2024 predictions.